Hey folks, this is Rick Barron with Lincoln Vlogs with your Universal Numerology report for April 2018. We now have finished the first quarter of the new year, which I've stated in the previous reports that it is an 11 universal year. When one adds together the 2, the 0, the 1, and the 8 for 2018, this equals 11, a master number in numerology. Certainly an inspirational and highly emotional figure by all means. We can see this pervasive effect in the news every day in our lives. Also, as mentioned, when the 11 is reduced to the 2, or 1 plus 1 equals 2, this is a recessive year as well. Not a time to advance the agenda other than to the next step. Pushing hard may result in injury, so be careful. Better to flow with the energy than to resist. Now we begin the second quarter of the year with two very important headwinds working against us. So this is an important time where which, as all of us know, is tax day. Typically, by this time, the shine is off the new year, and the reality strikes us right between the eyes. Nothing strikes greater fear in people than the tax season. Let's face it, folks, we are sheep, and the tax man is the wolf. The shepherd has no authority here, so do not look at him for relief anytime soon. There is the chorus of idiots trying to take away our gun rights, but never will they speak of taxing rights. Not a single word. If they had it their way, they would have us paying more taxes, but I digress. So this small tumor in our life does in fact take the proverbial wind out of our sails, beginning with April, and lasting at least for 30 days. Adding to this, a Mercury retrograde means that anything begun now will have to be redone. One needs to get every agreement in writing under this effect from the planet of communication, and also to recheck those reservations and appointments. Mercury will cause an inordinate amount of disruptions. Just expect it. We have at least 2 weeks to this before relief comes, so just roll with it. Otherwise, April is the fourth month of the year. There is some irony in that being the fourth month and also the month of taxation, because the 4 is the number of manual labor. Nothing becomes more obvious to humans than at tax time to understand that one is working to serve the government for a good portion of the year, first and foremost. This is such a fulfilling time of the season, knowing that the fruits of one's labors are being apportioned to the government. Yes, the same government that brought you the disaster at Parkland High School in Florida. We need to finally get off the gun and NRA bandwagon and place the blame where it belongs. The government and authorities responsible for the protection of our children failed miserably in their task. They continue to fail miserably each day in the classroom as well. That's another argument for another time. The fourth month, as stated, is yes, another step up the ladder in the new year, with March as the third step and May as the fifth step. However, the 4 represents structure. The symbol for the 4 is a square. 4 equal sides with limits and boundaries, no matter what size the square. Therefore, this is the month to focus on our foundations for this year. One needs to review one's security measures across the board, at home, our families, at the office, online, everywhere. Take this time to objectively review the matter. Look what we recently discovered about Mr. Wonderful Mark Zuckerberg and his oversight that failed miserably by allowing a breach of millions of Facebook users to have their information released. The 50 million strong breach is telling us that Mark's machine is out of control and we must continue to protect ourselves, because they will not. They are too busy making billions of dollars, which is fine. This is not your little social site anymore. It's big business. Therefore, the fourth month requires us to review our life to this point, understand clearly that what our limitations are, develop a budget, create or reinforce one's boundaries. When one considers the month in addition to the year that it is, 4 plus the 2 year, we have the figure of 6. Universal month of 6, which is community service, assisting others, and a period of adjustment. And as stated, we all adjust to the 4 taxes in addition to the Mercury retrograde. So beginning tomorrow, which is Easter Sunday, the adjustments will begin. Just on down the line. Take heed though, but fortunately this is a monthly report, therefore we're only speaking of 30 days worth of pain and adjustment. Freedom will arrive in May, as it always does, which is Universal 5 month. Clear smoothing ahead, smooth sailing ahead, we hope. But that's another story for another time in next month's report. So stay well, have a great Easter vacation, and please remember to visit my website, which is the number 2predictable.com. Thanks again.